Yeah, man. Welcome back. Yourself, come back into the room. Not joking. Welcome back.
Why is it welcome back?
Because it's still regarding my thoughts, isn't it?
Oh yeah, that's true.
This is still technically issue 33, but it's like volume number one of
Yeah,
part of the furniture, though, isn't it?
yeah.
Nice. Well, just intro sake then. Um, this is part of the furniture. This is now going to be the weekly segment of the podcast where I think the primary use is just to check in on each other, make sure you're not on the verge of doing
Breaking
anything
down.
stupid, and I'm not on the verge of buying a one-way ticket and not never coming back. No, but it's more so
As
so
roommates
just
go.
yeah, literally. But just I think as a proper intro though, like part of the furniture is the weekly segment where I think more often than not it's going to be conducted by you. Like you're going to be the one that's pretty much just
Hosting it.
yeah, moving in the direction that you want it to go down. But essentially, we're just kind of gonna start off as like weekly check-ins to check in on each other, talk to each other about like what's been going on, to basically create a safe space to be able to offload anything and everything and show people why that's important because part of a lot of illnesses, whether that's mental or physical, or even I just think being uncomfortable in general in life, comes a lot from suppression, fam. And suppression can look in the form of not speaking about your feelings, not allowing yourself to feel your emotions,
Mm,
not listening and taking care of your body and yourself.
mm,
It can be in the form of not doing the things that you know are necessary. It could be in the form of not setting boundaries. I don't know. Suppression can come in so many ways, and
mm.
that leads into like health changes, and sometimes they're not for the best. So essentially, part of the furniture is kind of just showing people that having a safe space and being able to speak without feeling judged, especially about shameful things, which I think is probably the number one leading thing to suppression,
Mm-hmm.
um, is how it's done or one form of how it's done because it can be done in so many various ways and just to show people that actually you can speak about these things and it's not as scary as you think as long as though you have the right people around you and you have people that you know and can trust.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that you've told someone something where you thought you could have trusted them and then they've kind of just gone.
Bit left.
Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, like knowing the people that you're doing it with and trusting them is a massive part of that, and it's very important in the whole
Yeah.
process too. But yeah, essentially that's what it is. So we just kind of wanted to spread that positive message and that like,
Mm.
and not just spread it because saying it is one thing, but also showing it too. You know that it can be done and it is possible, and this is just one way of doing it. So yeah, man, I think that's probably the right intro to a part of the furniture. To be fair,
Yeah.
is there anything you might want to add to that?
Um. Well, we're roommates. So, and I think we've kind of got it down. We've actually got it down to a T, don't we? With like talking about our feelings and
For
like
sure.
really opening up to each other and like speaking about a whole heap of stuff in the very short amount that like you moved in.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, and yeah, just to like, come off what you said, like it's so important to be able to talk to like your roommates or like your friends or like your family or anyone that you can trust because we're all struggling. We always like will in a certain degree to a certain degree, or like we'll always just want to share like happy moments as well.
Yeah, for
Like
sure. Yeah,
none of
even
it's
that's
not,
a big one too.
yeah, like I think people think that you only have to share the bad stuff, but like you have to celebrate the small wins,
Yeah,
like and
facts,
and the
facts.
achievements that you go by, and even if that's just like waking up and making yourself a coffee, well done to you for doing that.
Sure.
Do you know what I mean? Because
Enjoy that, fam. Embrace
it's,
that. You know what I mean?
yeah, like it's kind of like it's a form of self-care, and also it's just showing yourself that you can show up for yourself every day. So I think that's something that like you should always keep in mind, like when you are waking up, like spread some gratitude to yourself, and like just, you know, like don't try and put so much pressure on yourself. This is funny me saying that because I put a lot of pressure on myself every single bloody day of my life. But try not to, because life is too short and you could
Trust
die tomorrow.
you get one crack at this as well, innit?
Yeah, only one,
Yeah.
unfortunately. And then you can be reincarnated into an animal.
Yeah. Yeah, you can be
And then
reincarnated.
and then I'll have no words or anything.
That's true. That's true. A question though, yeah.
Yeah.
Why why do you find it hard to listen and commit to yourself? So what I mean by that is, obviously I know you're very much just unapologetically you, but I mean that in terms of the harder side of listening to yourself, which is sometimes knowing what the right thing is to do, or like, do you know what I'm saying? Like literally just now when you was like, I give advice, but I find it fucking hard to do so. Like, why do you struggle with that? Why do you find that hard? I do too, bro.
Yeah,
Don't get me
that's a really
wrong.
good question, to
But
be fair. Like, I actually, I don't know. I think sometimes I look at like the different sides, and because I'm so indecisive, and
mm,
because I'm trying not to like, because I'm very self-aware, and I know that like that's the something that I have to work on, and that's the something that I need to do. But then I'm like, oh, but then what if I did this, and then it might turn into that? Do you know what I mean? And it's like I need to stop doing that, which is why I'm in therapy about it, because like I need to just decide, make that decision, and go forward with it, rather than like looking at the different angles that I can go, like the different roads that I can take. Just go down that road. It's fine. You
pick
know
one
what road
basically,
it.
innit?
Yeah, it's, you know, the road. You just don't want to go down it. But and I think there's also a fear attached to that, like a fear of, sorry.
Yeah, I think it's more that though, isn't it? Like, what makes you indecisive? What makes you
I think,
scared
yeah.
of listening to your own advice? Maybe.
Yeah, I think it's like from personal things that I've been through, like losing friends, or um like loss of relationships. And do you know what this is? It's loss of relationships, and it's like not just relationships, intimate ones, but just like
Friendships too.
friendships, like family relationships, like all of this stuff. So I'm always kind of scared to do something wrong, or like if I know that it is going to be good. Sorry, there's like fur all over me because of the cat. But it I've still got like a fear that I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, or am I hurting someone in the process? And if I am, like if I'm having to let go of someone, like I don't know, yeah, it's like a little bit of a fear. Like I don't want them to hate me for it, but like it's kind of I need to do it.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's hard. It's hard to pinpoint.
I hear it though. I do hear it, and I think.
And trust me, like I've gone through so many things in life where people have told me like this is the reason why you don't have friends.
Yeah,
This is
yeah, yeah.
why
No, I
like
hear it still. I hear it. I
you
hear
are
it.
the way that you are, or like you're gonna end up like your mum, like all of these like negative comments that I've just been dealt, and I'm just like, oh, okay. And I think that's what's made my brain kind of like twitch a little bit, and the right, let me just look at different avenues. Let me look at like, because it's hard.
You're so scared of repeating the same thing that others have
Yeah,
done, pretty much. Yeah, no, I hear
yeah.
it still. I hear it. No, you know what?
It's
Yeah,
very deep.
no, it's still. It is no, because I was thinking about this when you were saying that like a lot of it comes from fear of losing relationships, and if it's not that, it's like fear of repeating the same things that maybe other people repeated that you might not necessarily want to,
Yeah,
or like all those sort of reasons. And I think I've also had my fair share experience of that too. Just especially with the whole like fear of losing relationships. You might not even lose the relationship, but the fear of like hurting that person in
yeah,
the process of like doing what you know is necessary, what you
yeah.
know is right is.
Yeah.
at times can be scarier than doing what's right. So
Yeah.
it's not even the fear of just doing what's right, it's the fear of the outcome, innit? Yeah, hear it still.
Yeah. And I do have a fear of that because the comments that have
All the
been
type
made
of
throughout.
outcome to still.
Mm.
Yeah, no, it's hard though, it's hard, fam. And I was thinking about that when you said like relationships, just in general too, because it can even be friendships. But low-key, I think it's also relationships with like things just in general. Like I think it might be
Yeah, getting
relationships with like
attached
this is
to
it, bro.
certain
Like
things.
it could be like a relationship with like something material, or like it can be a relationship with like a particular behavior that you might have always done before and you're so used to doing it that not doing it is scary, fam. Or like
Mm.
a characteristic trait, or like a, you know what I'm trying to say? Like
Yeah,
I think it's your relationship with like everything in general. That's the
do do.
scary part that you might lose, fam.
Yeah, and that's why like I'm always apologizing to
Yeah, no, with me you're good, bro. I told you this already,
you.
man. With me
I
you're
always
good, bro.
apologize. I'm like, oh, that was really mean. I'm really sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I thought by now, like, you would have gathered that I'm very. I understand why people act the way they do.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know.
And I think you've also gathered that, like,
Yeah.
whenever then I think someone acts out of line, or like the way that they've acted has, I don't know, just like done, affected me some way, I always speak up about it, because I
Yeah.
think 9 out of 10 times it doesn't ever. So, you're chilling, man.
Yeah. I'd love to be a guy.
Why?
It feels more chill.
No, it's not the
Just
same.
integrate.
I had this thought process about like what's one of the biggest difference between like guys and girls, yeah, and just about like their thought process and how they think. And hear me out, yeah, hear me out, and it's gonna be a very like the entrance to this point I'm gonna make is gonna be very just like controversial, yeah.
Oh,
But I think it holds weight like further down the line when my point lands. But
right.
I don't know if you've ever heard like the top G kind of like them kind of guys. What are they? Red pill?
What?
Is it red pill? Red pill? Red pill? The
Oh, yeah,
males.
yeah, yeah,
The top dogs. Yeah, it's
yeah.
red pill, isn't it?
I think so.
I think
Yeah,
it's red pill. I don't know. I think it is.
that's
But
from that
anyway,
film, isn't it?
I don't know. It just stuck now, so everyone refers to them as like blue pill, red pill, this pill, that pill.
Yeah, it's that.
Matrix. Is it
Yes,
Matrix?
yeah,
I don't know. Anyways, yeah. Anyways, the point I was trying to make is that these, I guess you can call them like hype masculine men, or just
yeah.
those kind of guys. Yeah, they have this argument about
What about middle G's?
no, not about middle G's, about about they have this argument about like guys and girls, and that men have to build their value, whereas women are born with their value. So like
Oh, interesting.
So when a man, well, when a man, when a boy is growing up, like he's young, he has to learn. Then when he's a man, he has to like be able to survive, build, and provide, right? So that's obviously the argument, because these hyper masculine men is I do all the heavy lifting, I do the working, I provide the money. You just kind of like stay at home and do your thing, sort of thing, yeah.
Right.
Um, But theirs is very like their way of viewing it is incredibly toxic. But anyways,
Yeah.
because I agree. Don't get me wrong, I agree with it. Innit?
Yeah.
I do think like I don't know, like not a man should, but it would be nice, at least for me anyway, if I could work and provide, and then my partner could just chill, like be at home
Of
and
course. No, I
just
think
run the show, like you know what I'm saying.
I would love that.
Yeah, but
I
anyways,
would love
just
that.
so we don't deviate too much, because I feel like I've been going on about this point. But
No.
basically, they say that men have to build their value, women are built with value. Women are born with value. So boys, when they become man, they have to learn how to build, they have to learn to provide, they have to learn how to survive, to protect, all that sort of stuff, blah 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 blah. Whereas women, yeah, a lot of their value is seen in their purity, and you're born with purity. So the longer you can maintain purity, like the and that like level of accessibility to yourself, basically, if you allow minimal people near you, then that means like to quote unquote that whatever they say, that you're more desirable, you're more like
Yeah, it's
you've retained your
untouched.
value, you're
Yeah.
untouched, like you're very pure in that manner, right?
Yeah.
In that sort of way. And when I was thinking about the differences between men and women, I wasn't really thinking about it in that manner, but that manner played a big role in how I thought about the differences, because the way I think about the differences is in level of like maturity and understanding. I think women are so emotionally mature, or at least most tend to be incredibly emotionally mature,
Yeah.
but for some reason they've always understood that from like a very young age, like incredibly young age.
I think naturally, and this is like women, if like obviously want to be PC here, so
Yeah, no,
like,
but
yeah, just women.
we're talking
Yeah,
biologically now.
yeah,
Yeah,
but like,
biological women.
yeah, but like, I think because if you take it from like the animal kingdom down,
Yeah,
women are just naturally maternal.
yeah,
Um, their instinct is to always protect, 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 protect.
yeah.
So I think,
But in being maternal, your instinct is also nurture
yeah, nurture
and care.
yeah. So
And to
like we
do
have a lot
so,
of
you have to be like
compassion.
mad emotionally aware, because you got to
Yeah,
be so aware to like emotional cues and stuff.
yeah, but that's why I was just
Oh,
getting to
right.
like
Shall I beat you?
because no, you're all right. No, but that's fine. Like because of that, you already know. Like because of that,
Mm,
that's why like women are very compassionate. They're very sensitive towards others, and they're very. I mean, I just want to talk about some because there's a lot of
yeah,
different women out there that do not have this innate
yeah,
and that can also be down to environmental factors as well. So, like your parents,
yeah.
the
Facts,
way that your
facts.
parents grew up, and also the way that your parents are, because naturally, when you're born, you don't just get your genes physically, you get other genes. You get the genes that are inside of your parents,
You
like the
get
way
the
that they are. Like, if you've got a really hardworking parent, like a go-getter and like is always on the ball and is super smart, you will get that.
But that's behavioral though. That's not genetic.
It can be genetic as
I think
well,
there's
like
there's
certain personality traits.
there's no so there's genes that make you more they have a higher predisposition to you being like snappier, or to you being a lot more like uh temperamental, maybe
I don't
like
want
you
to.
might, yeah, basically what I'm trying to say is you have genes that don't predetermine who you are.
No, I'm not going to say like in terms of like if there's a gene about your dad's personality and you get that. I'm talking about like when you're in the womb, you will naturally feel and hear these
Oh yeah,
things,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
like
And then growing up you soak that in.
you soak it in, yeah, and then you soak it in more when you're in this
Yeah,
environment,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah, facts, that's true, so that's
Yeah.
true.
So you constantly see your dad. I mean, your dad. You constantly see your dad just hardworking, hardworking. You might go towards that, or you might go towards the mum. It really
Mm,
depends. It depends on the person.
yeah. But yeah, the point that I was trying to make then, I
Yeah.
think that's probably why though. I think what you're saying is true though. I think the fact that like women just tend to be natural caregivers,
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
they're very, you guess you can say it, maternal in that way. Um, and if from a young age you start your period, so technically you can be having children at that age. Technically, that's wild though. Um,
You know, did you know that naturally women should have had their periods at the age of 18 and not 11? And because,
really,
yeah, so and because of like things that we eat and stuff like that, it's kind of sped it up more.
is it?
Yeah, it's fucked.
Oh, I wish I had my laptop here, fam. I would
It
do.
preserves, because my ex had her period at 18,
Go on your phone real quick,
but
yeah.
it preserves your
Search up
you
what the average age for female tribe members.
tribe.
Yeah, or female, maybe not tribe. Tribe is not the right word. Female
Might be tribe.
could be tribe.
Female.
Yeah, tribe members average age that they start their period, because everything they eat is natural. They don't have no
Oh,
vaccinations. They don't eat processed foods. They don't.
average.
Do you get it? They are like nature's human.
What was it? Average
Average
female.
age.
Average age of the female period. Period
Yeah.
of
And
menstruation.
but oh, fuck. there's a word for people that live in nature in small communities as tribes. What's the word?
Indigenous.
So,
So female,
what is the average age that that indigenous female tribe members get a period at? Yeah, man. I think that would be a good indicator of what age like your period's supposed to start. But anyways, whilst you research that, the point I was trying to make. This is why I need my own. Have you seen Joe Rogan's podcast? Question.
Yes.
Have you seen when he's chatting to his guests and he's like, Jamie, search this up, and he's got one person in the background that just searches up everything, fam. That's what we need.
That's what we need.
That's it,
When we get bigger.
Yeah, inshallah. But yeah, no, basically the point I was trying to make here, yeah, is that
I can't find it. It's sorry. It's because I'm trying to find it.
yeah.
But it's basically saying like age 8 to age 13, but it's not true, because there are women that have gone longer into like their 18th. And
Yeah, but just because there's women that have gone longer doesn't make that natural, though.
no, but that's
Doesn't make that the normal.
no.
Do you
But
get
what
it?
I'm saying is,
If tribal members are getting it at 13 on average when they start, then that's probably the right age, though. Because I don't think humans were supposed to live longer than 40 anyway, so you'd want to be knocking out children bare young, fam.
no, but that was a study anyway.
But yeah, the point I'm trying to make here is that women from a young age then, like, because of all these different things, like, because you have like your nurturing stuff or your maternal stuff or like just all that stuff kicking in at a very young age,
Yeah.
like maturity comes quick, fam, like mad quick, and it's almost as if you don't have to work for it, it's given to you, and when you discover it, you're like, whoa, this is crazy. Because I was watching this.
I mean, it's like, it's crazy, but like what women have to go through every month.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong, the price you pay for it,
the
yeah, is
price,
different.
yeah, the price
It's different,
you pay
but
is...
but like I've had numerous conversations with females about like how and why they understand life so well, and they was just like, bro, like one day someone just said something to me and it all made sense. I've never had that in my life. I don't think I've ever spoken to that, like, to guys that have said it's just clicked in one moment like that, and I don't really know that many guys that have been like incredibly mature from a young age, bar like one, and that's one person out of how many guys I've met my whole entire life. Do you get what I'm saying? So
yeah, just naturally like your friends.
this is it, bro. So you know what? Yeah, the whole time I've been thinking about like all of this as well. I don't remember the original point on why we got onto this, but anyways, I'll just continue. I'll continue. I'm hoping that by the time I get around to it, it will just like get back into my head and land, fam. But
Oh my god.
yeah, bro. So then I was thinking about this, and I was thinking that like that's crazy. Like women get that from such a young age, and it's given to them. And
Yeah.
like they're so just world smart. You know what I mean? They understand the world. They understand people quite well. They understand like everything on such an emotional level, like very intelligently. And I think that's probably one of the most important aspects that you have to have in your life, because like besides all the mechanical stuff, besides the numbers, besides like logic and reason and all that sort of stuff, like the world very much just kind of maneuvers on an emotional level.
Yeah,
Do
yeah,
you know what I mean? The
definitely.
balance of everything is just kind of like on human emotion, human behavior, human like or social interactions, and just like
Everything, yeah.
females understand that so well, bro. Like so incredibly well. Whereas guys, yeah, like I can't lie to you, yeah, I've had to work so hard to get to a point where I'm even just grasping it, man. Like even just grasping it. I never,
I don't think so. I think
brother,
you've
I no. I never like truly understood why certain things have to be the way they are, or why they just are in general, until fairly recently, until like year, like last year,
yeah,
beginning of last year, or maybe just like
yeah,
October, December of 2023. But
yeah,
even then, it's like technically just over a year ago,
yeah,
and I'm 26 now. But it never clicked for me, or at least started clicking for me
yeah,
until then.
yeah. Naturally, men don't mature as quick as men. Oh, women.
That's
Sorry.
women.
Yeah. No.
But yeah, if I'm not, yeah, I can't lie. I found
Unless something traumatic probably happens and you have to grow up
that
very quickly, then a man can, you know, in certain situations, if they have to grow up quickly from when they were kids.
Yeah.
But naturally, no.
God, I don't think it was trauma that was on about that. Might have sparked the whole thing, but yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember why we got into that point, but yeah, I was thinking about that though fairly recently. Like, I think to myself about that quite a lot, and I think to myself about that now more than ever because of my experiences that I've been having the last like year and a half
Not with
with
women.
yeah, and
Mm,
not just with women, but with myself and like with funny enough, like with God
mm,
and with everything in that sense. Like I think last year January when I really started taking like the Bible a bit more seriously and reading it properly, I started like diving deep into myself and like how I view life and why I view life in that manner and is it a good way of viewing life or not and are there things that I should be changing or not. And I think that's when it started like making a lot more sense to me. Things started becoming a lot more clearer and like I started noticing a lot more about myself, whether that's
mm,
like how my emotions or how certain things started to trigger me or how I would react to certain things or understanding like what emotions were, which
mm,
ones were what and what they felt and why and I started realizing like my own behaviors and why I do certain things and why I tend to like always end up in the same positions or predicaments or like do you get what I'm trying to say? Like until that I never noticed any of that sort of stuff. Never in my life. Like never. But women just for some reason I've just had that from such a young age.
You'd be surprised how many things I kind of lose touch with, though.
Well you
Sometimes
can't
we're
yeah, you
not on
can't
it
keep
all
in
a
touch with
hundred.
everything at the same
Yeah,
time.
it's not always 100%. But you know what? I'm quite happy to have that. You know, I got told that being sensitive and emotional was like a negative thing to have.
Yeah.
I eat and hair.
I don't know.
I don't know. But like, oh,
Oh wait, just before you go, I think
you
it's
go
starting to
for
come back. I think it's starting to come back now. The point that we made in the very beginning. We started off on
He looks like a croissant.
yeah, literally. We started off on why oh yes, now I remember why I made this point. We started off basically, yeah, we started off saying that I was like, why do you find it hard to listen to your own advice?
Yes, that's
Why
it.
do you find it hard to commit to listening to your own
Mm.
advice? And then you made a statement of I I want to be a guy, like I want to know I'd rather be a guy, I would much rather be a guy. And I was like, why? And he was like, guys have it so easy. And that's what so that is the point I was making. This is why I don't think guys have it as easy as you think. For us, it's a constant uphill battle to keep
Yes.
on top of all these things that you've just discovered and you're now trying to like really remember and like put into your toolbox so you can like get going through life and do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, no, I get that.
Whereas I feel like you lot have just naturally had it. Like for you it's just like how do you not know where the kitchen knife is? How do you not know where the spoon is? How do you not know where the whisk is? And here I am looking in my toolbox like what does this mean again? What does that social cue mean? What does this emotion mean? What do you get what I'm trying to say?
Right, okay, so I guess if to go off that, it's probably a thing, it's probably a listening thing that not everyone has, though.
Do you think so?
It sounds like it.
As
It's
in, when you
it's
say
it's
listening, what do you mean by
you're
listening?
listening to understand something. So there's a saying that goes,
Oh
always
yeah.
listen to understand, not listen to respond. The
Yeah.
moment you listen to respond, you've lost what that person's about to say to you, that's
Yeah.
saying to you. You're losing it. You're not listening to understand exactly they're saying and like and looking at it as a broader in a broader spectrum, looking at their behavior, looking at what they're doing and their gestures. That's probably why people say that women can multitask
But I don't think it's just about like doing that with others. I think it's also about doing that with yourself as you get.
as well.
But even in general, like you can still listen to respond with yourself. Like sometimes people just don't listen to understand with
But
themselves.
sometimes it's okay to there's that percentage where it kind of like you can listen to respond, but
To
majority
certain
of
things, and
yeah,
has to be understandable.
exactly. But to a broader part, it's you want to listen to understand,
I think
and
just
you
for
do that
just
in
for just for like
relationships naturally.
just so that people can understand us a bit better. Then like, what do you mean? Because I already know obviously, but what do you mean by listen to understand and not listen to respond?
When someone's talking to you and they're either talking to you, let's say they're talking to you about something really deep, or you've done something to them, and it naturally happens in relationships. So let's say you're in a relationship with someone and you've done something wrong, and they're now telling you and explaining to you what you did, how it made them feel, and where you're going to go moving forward. What's the solution? And you don't, like, exactly what you're doing right now. You're listening to me.
Yeah.
You're not just going,
I'm listening to everything you're saying, basically. Like,
yeah,
at the same
because
time, my head is processing it. But
exactly.
also at the same time,
But that's why you listen to
Let me
understand.
come back again.
Yeah, but that's why you listen to understand. Whereas there's people out there that listen to respond. So they're listening, but they'll take out like a couple of words that came out and just be like, yeah, but I didn't do it like that.
Yeah.
So, and then it's like, whoa, like, did
Chill
you
out,
listen
man.
to the whole sentence, or you just picking out certain words and putting a sentence together to then for your own understanding? But it's like you haven't understood exactly what I've said.
Yeah. You only listen to what you want to hear,
And it's selective.
and it
It's
always
so
tends to be like in a defensive mechanism.
Oh yeah,
too.
exactly, 100%. But it's like you didn't have to be defensive. It's more
So
I'm just telling you how I felt and how it made me feel.
how does that look like when you're not listening to yourself properly then? Like it's one thing with somebody, yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting.
It's one thing having a conversation and like you say, like only picking out a few things that you say so that I can just respond to it.
Right.
Like let's say for example, you tell me, oh Juancho, like you just farted and it made me feel upset. Like just as an example, innit? Like you just farted and it really made me upset. And then the only thing that I heard is you farted. And I know I never farted, but what are you talking about? Like blah, blah, blah. And you're like, you don't get it. Like it doesn't matter if you did or didn't. I'm upset. You're not listening to understand. You're listening to respond. Like, that's an example.
Yeah. Imagine if someone actually got upset with someone farted.
So it made me upset, bro.
I know it stinks, and no, we're just going to deal with the smell.
Trust. Literally. But how does that look like for yourself then? Like, how do you listen to not understand with yourself? Because I can't lie, that's just as important, fam.
Yeah.
I think this is the part that, like, look, it's this part here, yeah, that women get so easy, fam, or just understand.
Okay,
and
so
men don't. Like, I
you'd
think
be
I could probably
surprised
think of a
because
few times too.
yeah, but you'll be surprised at certain situations that I've been in, like let's say dating wise,
Yeah.
like before my ex, I would naturally just keep like say to myself, no, I know when I was dating people, I would be like, okay, I know that person's not good for me. But then it could be just that one thing that I'm like, I could be getting annoyed about. So let me just like see if there's like if it's okay, and like there might be another thing. And this is it, like you're just giving people chances when you should just take the one red flag and run with it. But
Why?
then because if something's not going to align with you the first time, it might not align with you the second time.
Isn't the rule of thumb once is
one it's the whole thing of like,
so one is a mistake, two
Yeah, but it's
benefit
like-
of the doubt, and then three is that nicer behaviour. See you later.
yeah, true, you could do it like that too.
But still though, like even if you did or didn't, you'd still end up being
It's like, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
Yeah.
Fool me 3 times.
shame on us both.
Like it, and also I feel that okay, maybe the first thing, if they do something wrong to you, or like you feel like something doesn't align, okay, you take it, internalize it, but now the pingers are up, like your antennas are up.
Yeah.
So make sure that now that they've done something, oh, it's been all cushy, but now it's like, okay, cool, you've done something. Let me just, and I have a bit of a trouble doing that because I just try and see the good in people all the time, and then I still go back because I'm a twat. Because I'm an idiot.
No, there's another reason why.
No.
I used to do the same thing too.
You know what I used to put it down to? Loneliness. But like, I love being on my own. if I'm not worrying about someone, I'm happy. So it can't be loneliness. And a lot of people said to me, Jazz, I just think you're lonely. And it's like, but I'm not lonely because I love my own company. I love chilling with my fucking cat. I love being on my own. I've been on my own the whole day today and it's been fucking bliss.
Yeah,
Till
I hear
you
it.
came along. Joking. But you know what I mean? Like, I'm not lonely. And for me, loneliness for me looks like I'd have to be out all the time. I don't like sitting in my thoughts. I don't like being alone.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm constantly looking at the next best thing of like what I should be doing, as in like being with people, like seeing if people are free and stuff like that. Like that for me is loneliness.
Do you ever think? I know this might sound a little rogue at a question, but it has a point. But do you think, yeah, that at some point in anybody's life, it could even be your own, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that trauma stops being the reason why certain people or why you just have certain behaviors. So you know how like
Yeah.
do you
Yeah.
think do you think that's
Yeah.
you get what I'm trying to ask here,
Yeah.
innit?
Yeah.
The reason why I
think
ask
so.
is because like
You can't use trauma for everything. Just like
this is it,
do
like
you know what? Do you know the one thing I hate as well? And people are gonna hate me for this. I don't like it when you're constantly blaming. Like there's another thing towards what you're saying. So when people blame their own like when you're like neurodivergent or you're like mental disabilities.
oh right, and they just use that as an excuse for
Yeah,
lying.
like don't use your autism for the mere fact that you're doing what you're doing to this
Yeah,
person.
yeah,
Don't
yeah.
do that because that person wouldn't know any different. So it
100%
just seems like you're just using that
as an excuse.
as a scapegoat so that like it's okay for you to be treating that person a certain way.
Yeah,
And that's not right.
yeah, I think
Like
so.
again, it's going back to women are emotionally intelligent and have that understanding. Whether it be 100%, 50%, even if you've got the smallest percent, you understand feelings way better than a guy probably would. So why is it like,
So why do women love to play games, manipulate, and just like run
maybe,
rampant when they can, when they know they can?
I don't know. It's really funny.
Yeah, it's jokes. But yeah, no, I hear what you're saying though. I do hear what you're saying still. Like, you can't use that as an excuse. But yeah, so
Just know a lot of
that's
people.
literally why this is why I asked though, yeah, because
Yeah.
like one big thing that I learned over the last year and a half,
Yeah.
is that trauma had a massive reason for why I acted the way that I acted, and not to say that like
What, in a relationship?
or just conducting myself in general. I think
Alright,
the
yeah,
relationship
yeah.
that you share with, we'll get back into that point. But when I talk about trauma, oh my god, I almost just spilled your thing. But when I talk about trauma, I don't talk about trauma in the sense of like, oh, like, I got molested or I got raped or like I got something mad
No,
happened to
it's
me in
not.
that sense, and like
Some people,
that's why like
yeah.
I'm now a bit different. No, I mean when I say trauma, I just kind of mean like little T traumas, which would be like the constant bombardment of religion, fam, being forced to do things as a kid that like you really don't want to do, bro, and it's like to the point where I don't know, it's kind of affecting your well being a little bit. Do you know what I mean? Like just making you mad upset and mad annoyed for no reason when it doesn't have to be that way, or just kind of like feeling a little
Yeah.
like neglected at times, or just maybe like sometimes feeling as though you can't do certain things, or like you know what I mean. So that's what I mean by that, innit? And like I obviously now look back at all those moments and then I look at like my recent actions in the recent years and I think to myself, right, cool, well, a lot of what I did, a lot of like why I cheated, why I lied, why I hid things, or like why I was somebody that was so scared to tell the truth in general, why I was so scared to like, I don't know, just like be honest with myself and with others and all that sort of stuff, like why that was such a big thing for me. Do you get it? And it was
I mean
because
I think that's why it's
but
such a big thing for you now.
But like
You
my
have this
point being
thing
is
of
that
like
trauma
wanting
was
to
the
be
big reason
honest.
for why I
Yeah.
was like that, innit? And
Yeah.
now that like I'm obviously understood a lot of these things and like tried to overcome them and tried to change a lot of my behaviors and all that sort of stuff. Like, don't get me wrong, like I still act out of line
You,
at times, or like I
but
still
you're human. It's
right,
okay. The
okay.
right people will kind of put you back into line and be like, "Yo, stop
What
it."
is what is to blame then for like, or like how can you then like begin to understand your actions of recent if now you can't link it to what you linked it before? Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like if it's not trauma
Yeah.
doing that anymore, what is it, bro? So if it's not, let's say for
Is it?
example,
I think it
like
might.
trauma that's making you feel as though like that's the reason for why you keep overlooking red flags and giving people second chances. What is it?
I mean, looking red flags.
And giving people chances. Like if it's not trauma no more, what is the reason why you still, or why I would still do something like that, or why you still do something like that, stuff like that.
I think some people, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. I think some people then turn it into an app and a behavior. It becomes a habit. It becomes something that like it's a part of you and you can't help it. But
Why
there
do
can
you do it?
also,
Why do you do it?
but I also think if I look at my mum and her partners, I mean, she's happy to be alone. I don't know why she hasn't left one of her partners.
Right. So this is it.
So
So do you
it's
think
also,
it's
I think it's behavioural as well.
examples that you've been given, basically?
You just look at your parents because oh my god, this is so funny that we're having this conversation and we didn't even ask about how we actually are this way.
No, but this is I'm
We'll
also learning about each other
we'll
here
get
still.
there. But funnily enough, my friend Tracy called me today, and she's having a baby and everything's good. And we were talking about like, oh fuck, I've lost it. No, we were talking
Talk
about
about your mum and stuff,
families
yeah.
and how like
What's the point you're gonna make? You're talking about your mum, how like she leads by example for you basically about how like
we put them so yeah, that's it. Like funnily enough, we were saying that you can't really choose your family, but like you can build families for yourself.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Obviously depending on what you go through. And it's so funny that we put our parents on the highest pedestal we can because we naturally idolize our parents.
But yeah.
Some people will say nah nah nah, and I know there's a lot of people out there that'll be like nah 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 nah, we don't. You do.
Yeah, 100%.
Subconsciously, you do. You idolize your parents. You look up to your parents. There's the people that they are the people that you will never not see. They'll always be there, regardless. If you don't even if you're estranged, they'll still be there in the background because they're still living their life, even if you're estranged. Do you know what I mean? So they're still alive. So naturally, like we put these people on pedestals, and it's like we're looking up to them and stuff like that. So naturally, yeah, we're gonna take on some of that behavior. And I think, yeah, sometimes I overlook things because I'm a little bit like my mum. Like I try and see the good in people. I try not to always take what they've done and run with it. I try and give them a chance. Or if I don't give them a chance, it's a fear of giving them a chance. And I do get scared. I've been in a relationship where like I had to end it with her like quickly because I got scared. And then she was like, you didn't have to do that. Like, why did you do that? And I just said, I got scared. Like, you're my first female relationship. Do you know what I mean? So, like, naturally, I just got fearful. So I just ended it because I was just like, oh, you know? So, like, I think, yeah, like, we just put these people on pedestals and we do idolize our parents. We don't want to idolize our friends, but we will idolize our parents sometimes.
It's because that to you is your leading figure, isn't it? That's your role model, fam. This is the
Yeah.
person that like
Yeah, and because you
has
see,
been responsible for you pretty much.
and
entire
also
life.
because like my mum was a single mum, so that in itself, like that can come into play. And like I've seen how strong she is and the stories that she's told me of what she's been through and the stuff that she's heard from me of what I've been through. Like, do you know what I mean? So you end up looking at them and being like, wow, like fuck, like you're
Yeah.
still here.
Yeah.
You're still fucking here. You could have killed yourself off,
Yeah.
but you're still here. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, and then that naturally we're like, oh yeah, we're gonna put them on that fucking high chair, mate. That's fucking. Do you know what I mean? And we shouldn't do that, because there's a lot of more people out there that we have that can help us figure out things, not just our parents, because they're still big kids in a big pond.
Everyone is though.
No, but adults is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but everyone else is though. As in like every other.
Oh
adult
yeah,
that you
I
can
know
learn
what
off
you're
is
saying.
also
Yeah,
big kid in a
but
big
because
pond.
like our parents had us when they were young, like my dad had me at your age, like what, at 25. Do you know what I mean? The fuck was I doing at 25? Getting lit and pissed up my nut
Yeah.
and being with my friends. And at uni.
Yeah, I hear it still. Everyone's got different timings though, man. I'm pretty sure.
No,
you've got some,
that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying.
or just in general, like.
What I'm saying in like they were still fucking figuring out their lives and we came along. And we put these people on pedestals.
I hear it still. Do you think your life would be very different if you was to have a kid now?
1000%.
What would change? What do you think would change?
I think a little bit I can be quite childish. I have a really playful side to me.
Yeah.
And that can be, that could be seen as childish. But it's not me being childish. I'm just very, very playful because I'm still like, I'm actually a big kid at heart. But I think.
So it's not childish. It's playful.
Wow.
Let other people call it childish.
Other people will say.
It's playful, bro.
But.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
But I think my life might be a little bit different. And naturally, when a baby comes along, you have to you just kind of wake up, fix up really quickly because now you can't be selfish. So a lot of the things that I do now it's for selfish reasons. Like I want to do this because I like doing it. I wouldn't be able to think that way if I had a kid.
Do you reckon you'd be able to live with that for the rest of your life if you was to wake up tomorrow
and have a kid
and there was a kid laying right next to you calling you mum? Do you reckon you'd be able to live with that level of commitment for the rest of your life? Because that's commitment, bro, for the rest of your life.
Yeah, I think I'd have to.
But would you be able to?
Yeah.
Cool.
Because I think, funnily enough, after the 3.5 relationship that I had, I would love to have a kid now.
Here it still.
And that's taken me a very long time to just want that. Because I wanted it in my previous relationship. And that's only because like he had a nephew. And like the way he was with his nephew, I was like, oh.
Yeah.
And like even that took me a while to get to because at that time I was still saying no. And then when that ended, I was like, no. And I switched it all off, and I said no. My ex-partner comes along, I'm still saying no. And she wants kids, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm not really there yet. I'm there, but I'm not there. And I think, I was around a lot of babies. I was around a lot of kids from her side of the family. And I was still saying no, And I think because I'm a slow burner as well, I've got to kind of figure stuff out.
Yeah.
And then I naturally was like, oh, actually, it would be nice. It would be really cool.
Yeah,
I just want to see a mini me running around.
Yeah, I hear it.
And funnily enough, now that that has ended, I still want kids. You'd think I'd go back and
No,
be like, nah, I don't want them anymore.
I got asked this question today by my guy at work. He was like,
What do
"Hey,
you
you
want
want kids, fam?" I was like, "Oh yeah, bro. Like, I want kids. That's crazy. Like, of course I want kids, but do I want them now?
Yeah, not
Yeah,
now.
bro. Yeah, no, I don't
Not
think
now.
no, no,
That's my
definitely
kid.
not. Yeah, literally,
Yeah,
fucking
it's too
feel life is a handful as it is, fam. But
much.
now, no, not now, bro. But future, yeah, 100%, fam.
Yeah.
Thanks, bro. Hands down, fam.
Have you always been like that? Have you always wanted kids? There's people that grow up and they're like, I mean, I grew up with Bratz dolls and stuff like that, and I had a baby, but like just because I grew up with it, like the look at that. Like I had a
Yeah,
baby when I was a kid, playing mums and dads by myself, but I didn't want any in the
yeah, I
end.
hear it still.
Do you know what
I
I mean?
think, I think maybe like I would naturally want a kid because I already was part of a family. Like kids just kind of seem like an inevitable part of
Yeah,
life.
that's the next stage.
Do you know what I mean? Like I
Yes, that's
think
those are
I
the
always, I
stages.
always for some reason in my head thought, yeah, I'd get married too, and I'd have a family too, so I'd have kids at one point too. So that means, yeah, I probably do want kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But I think if I was at that age, maybe let's say like you had asked me at like 14, 15 or whatever, age we're talking here, maybe even younger, like 10 or whatever, anyways, yeah. And I had known what I know now about having kids and like the level of commitment that is and what it really takes to like raise a child properly, then my answer might have been a little bit different then. But I say that and I
but
know that now, and my answer is still I very much want kids.
remember, just because of the life that is now, even if you said no when you were a kid, you don't know how life would have turned out.
Do you get it? So like I can't really answer the question for you. But I think
Yeah,
now though, now definitely I look at it and I think, yeah, I
yeah,
definitely want
you want to
kids.
see a little mini you.
Yeah, facts, bro. Just running around like being an idiot. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
But
they're so funny when they fall over.
I'm scared though, bro. I'm fucking whoa.
Well, you don't have to think about that because you don't even have a lady, so it doesn't matter. Not in a rude way.
Thanks,
I don't
man.
even have anyone, so it's fine. Don't worry.
Man's in a serious drought.
I'm 31. I don't have anyone. It's cool. Don't worry about it. You're still really young. You're younger than me, so it's cool. You still got time. I don't, biologically speaking.
No, you do still your clutch, man.
I
It's all
don't
up here.
care.
It's all up here, man.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care. If I end up just being the cool auntie, okay.
Cool on is.
Cool auntie it is. I'll just have loads of nephews and nieces.
You know, okay, here's another thing, yeah. Here's another thing that I think
Because
about too.
that's what I wanted in the first place.
Here's another thing that I think about too, yeah. And I think about this when it comes to
But, God, no,
yeah.
please, I want kids.
It's in regards to like relationships and love and
Should we quickly just ask the question, like, how have you been feeling this week?
well, like everything that I'm speaking to you about is what I've been thinking about this entire week.
Because that's the reason why we have the.
But this is it. Everything that I'm speaking to you
this is
right
our
now, yeah,
podcast,
is what I've been thinking about this entire week. So
Yeah, but I just thought I'd just quickly segue.
just in case, how have I
Yeah.
been feeling this week? Well, look, here's another thought that I've been thinking about this week, yeah. And like, I look around me. I try not to compare it. Comparison really is the thief of joy.
It really is.
Yeah,
It's also a waste of goddamn time.
Yeah, facts. So I try not to compare, but I really love to. I do what I love to do though is just like look around me and see what other people are doing, just because it's interesting, fam.
Yeah.
It's fucking interesting,
Yeah.
man. You know what I mean? And
Also, the mind is a curious
trust me, man. Trust me, man.
thing. So.
I don't want to be stuck in my world 24/7 either, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. I look around me and I see a lot of people. I see a lot of my friends like starting to get into the next stage of their relationship, which
I'll
is
stop.
like
I had this
marriage,
conversation
and which is like
the other day.
family and
Stop.
buying houses or like having kids. You know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And then I also look at the other side of my friends, and a lot of them have gone different routes. Maybe like their own business or their own projects or their own adventure. You know what I'm trying to say. And I was having this thought the other day, yeah, where I think about whether I'm actually gonna have a true love, like a this is my person, or like this is my the person that I love, and like this is the person I'm gonna spend the rest of my life with, and I know that like without a shadow of a doubt, and like I know this is the person that I need to build this family with, and I ask myself whether I'm gonna have that because I think that in itself is a massive commitment.
Are you
What am I
are you
referring to here?
no, as in, are you scared that you're not gonna have it?
I'm scared that I'm not gonna have
Is this a
that
thing that
chance, yeah, at like that like fairy tale fucking love
but
family
okay,
type
well,
thing.
you need to cut that out a little bit,
Because
the fairy
though,
tale part.
yeah, okay, fair enough. Maybe okay, obviously it's not fairy tale because
Yeah.
that's a lot of work, fam. But the reason why I say that is because I've chosen, or at least for now, I've definitely chosen to pursue my own pursuit. So I
Okay.
think let me try to explain this a little bit better. Yeah. So love is a commitment, bruv. Like to love someone, to have a relationship with someone, and to start a family with someone is a commitment that's fucking deep, bro. Like,
Yeah.
especially just the love part and getting into a relationship with someone and like really thinking this is the person I'm gonna spend the rest of my life with. Like that is a commitment, and that is
Yeah.
a project of work which is lifelong. It never
Yeah.
go once you're in, you're in.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And it's such a big commitment and it's such a big thing that especially for a guy, if that's what you're gonna commit to, you really have to like dedicate yourself to being a mature person, listening to understand and learning how to listen to understand,
Yeah.
and implementing all
And
these
learning
different
about your
and
partner.
implementing all these different things about your life. And now you
Yeah.
also got to be responsible for your partner. And you can't be making like rash decisions that maybe you can make when you're single and by yourself, or maybe now you can't really afford to be making the mistakes in life that you can afford to be making whilst you're young and single.
You can still make mistakes, and
Yeah,
your
yeah, no, I
partner can
hear it, I
help
hear it, I
you
hear
pull
it.
you up.
But like for the most part, especially if you're a guy, like it's just very much instinct to be like, all right, cool, like now it's just time for me to mature, knuckle down, provide and protect.
That society is.
I think it's also natural. The same way women have a natural instinct to
I
be
think
maternal, nurturing, and
naturally,
caring.
when you find your person, you want to just be that. You'll
Yeah,
just have this thing in you that
right.
you will just be like, okay, now I just want to protect you.
But I think for me, yeah, like committing to love in that manner
Yeah.
is very much like its own adventure of your life, and like for a lot of people, that's probably like the main adventure of their life.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like having a family is like probably someone's main adventure in their life. And it might to some people it might seem small because they'd rather have a business, $1 million,
It's
massive house, or whatever. But for
yeah.
other people, being able to live cohesively and efficiently and very well and healthy and productively, all that sort of good stuff,
Yeah.
with a person by your side, and now also doing that whilst raising two more, like three more, one more, however many little humans. It's a massive project and commitment. Do you get what I'm saying?
That's basically what my ex was like.
Right. And
Like, her thoughts it was in stages,
yeah.
whereas I don't have stages. I just go on a whim.
No, you have to have stages. So I do
No,
agree with
because
that.
I
So.
just feel like yeah, but I come from like she comes from like a two
When I
person.
say stages,
No,
bro,
but wait. She comes from like a two
yeah.
person family home. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
Obviously, like families have their whatevers to but she comes from like mum and dad are there. I came from like mum and dad.
Yeah. So.
So like that's why I just go on a whim with a lot of things in terms of not a whim in terms of like when I get a job, I get a job. No, like that in itself, like I want to have a career, but like in terms of relationships, the one-on-one ones, the intimate ones, I'll just go on a whim and then see how it goes.
I think yeah, but
I just
I
can't
don't.
put that. Also, I don't like to put pressure on people being like, I want kids, I want this, I want that. Like, I hear it, but I'm also just like, I'll just sit back a little bit. But now I want kids, so there's a stage in there.
I think, yeah, I can't lie, yeah. Now that you say that to me, I think a lot's starting to make sense, though,
On what?
on why you might be so indecisive.
Because I don't live my life.
You don't choose how to define your own, like things, isn't it? In terms of, like, I understand the whole going with the flow thing and not having stages,
I
but
mean, I have a stage now.
if
I do
you,
want
yeah,
kids.
so, like, my point, yeah, and, like,
So I
if,
give
yeah,
myself
yeah, all
that.
that sort of stuff, but if I, like, put it to you this way, yeah, if you didn't know that you wanted to have kids, let's just say to you that was still very much like vague, you'd still be dating anyone and everyone. But now that you know you want to have kids, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't waste your time dating someone that doesn't want to have kids.
Yeah. I mean, we had an argument, me and my ex, about it. 'Cause she was like, "You don't want kids, so like, I don't know why I should be with you." And I was like, "That's true.
So
It makes
this is
sense."
why it's important to define what you want in a relationship. Put pressure on.
Oh yeah. No, yeah, but not loads
Not
of
loads, not
pressure.
loads, but
There's
like,
people out there that are like, I want a car, I want
but
you
yeah,
to
but that's
drive,
yeah, that's
I
bollocks
want.
though, man. That's
It's
bollocks.
like everyone's fucking so
Yeah,
materialistic.
yeah,
And
yeah.
then,
But they're having
like,
kids and having a car
like,
is two different things, though, man. Come on, bro.
do you not want to like have the
Having kids and having a car
foundations?
is two different things. But I think stages are important, though, bro. Stages are important because it gives you indicators of where you're currently at.
Yeah,
I had
I
this
don't get me
conversation with
wrong.
Seb.
Yeah, I think it's just
It's
because I got
important,
older that I
fam.
want kids. But in my 20s, I didn't want kids.
Right.
But there's people in their 20s that are like, yeah, when I grow up, I want a kid. And it's like, I was not thinking about that.
I hear it still.
I was,
I hear it.
I was doing a line in the toilets. No, I'm joking.
You
So,
can say you was, bro.
no,
I
joking.
in my 20s have done it twice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So, do you know what I mean? Like, but now I think and another thing that I just look at is my age as well. So I'm just like, get it together, bitch. Get it together.
yeah. So be organized. Have stages. Have all these things.
I am organized, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But still, what I want to do in my life in terms of career, fuck me, guys.
But yeah.
Okay, no.
But here's why I don't then think that I like. I sometimes think to myself that I might not have that though, and it's because I've chosen to not make that my biggest life adventure. I've chosen to
But
at
do
the
you?
moment make my biggest life adventure the pod
But,
and pursue a creative process, and that in itself is also a commitment,
yeah.
like very big level.
Do you think about it a lot in terms of like relationships, like with female relationship,
What do you mean?
like what we were talking about before? Do you
Having
think?
kids and families and stuff
Yeah.
like
Do you
that.
think about it a lot?
Not a lot. I don't think about it like a lot, but I think about it when
No, but like in terms of finding that woman, that true love.
I think
Do you think about it a lot? It's okay if you do, you know. It's a safe space.
yeah, no, I'm trying to think whether I do or not. I think it does occur, it
Like
crosses my mind quite often.
Roman Empire.
Yeah, literally. It does cross my mind quite often still. And I think it does.
Yeah.
Do you know why? Because when I thought that I met
The one.
the one, like,
Mm.
damn, like this is it, like this is actually it. Like that experience in itself is it's unmatched, fam. I've never had that same experience with anybody ever in my life.
Yeah, you'll go through.
Anyone. And the reason why I think about that a lot then is because I think to myself, like, what I felt in that moment was so definitive, yeah.
Mm.
Like, I didn't need no one to confirm that or tell me any different. Like, that's how I genuinely felt.
Oh.
I think to myself that, like, I don't know if I'm ever gonna have the opportunity to have that again.
You won't have the same experience, but you will definitely love again.
No, I think since that moment, I've had similar-ish experiences,
Yeah, I feel like it'll be
but they've just
similar-ish,
never
but
been the same.
it won't be the
They've
same.
never been the same.
No, they're never going to be the same. You might go through similar things, but it won't be the same
Yeah,
because different people. But like, I think don't think about it too much about true love.
that's funny. No, no, but I do think about it a lot, bro. Because and not only do I think about it because of the experience, and then obviously moving forward, like, am I ever gonna
Yeah.
experience that again? But I also think about it from like a moral point of view and standpoint, right? Which is,
Like,
if I know that, let's say for example,
like you'll be able to do that again. Like,
no, no, no. If I know that like that person was my one true love or like my twin flame, or whatever it might have been, yeah, then to be pursuing things with other people would almost be like wasting my time. And if
right.
I choose to pursue things with other people and like have a relationship with somebody else, like it can still work and it can still be healthy and it can still be incredibly loving. Don't get me wrong, of course, absolutely. But will it be the same? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. And am I willing to go through that at the moment? Probably not. So then my other option that I'm left with is, well, if I'm gonna be single and just like focusing on me and doing my podcast, like fuck, I do get lonely at times. Shit, do I want a little sneaky link every now and again? Absolutely. But then I'm also left with the moral thing, which is like, is having a sneaky link okay though? Is like sleeping with
Mm.
somebody casually the right thing to do? Is that morally fine?
Well, remember what we were saying before at the beginning?
So this is why I think about it quite a lot.
Well, I think this is what we were saying before, like about letting people in, what you were saying. Do you remember
Yeah,
that?
bro.
It's like you
I find it
should
tough, man,
not,
still.
you should treat your body. And actually, I was talking to my friend's husband about this. He was like, you should really treat your body as a temple because it is. Like, you can't just be letting people in like that
Yeah,
because the transfer of energy, like, and I remember one time I slept with someone and I felt like absolute dog shite the next day. I was like, oh my god, this feels awful. And it's because this person was just so like ugh.
they
Like
probably
as
just
in negative and just
offloaded on you
shitty.
there.
Yeah. So, it's you have to be careful with the people that you do let in when you have sex.
So this is what I think about
But
it.
but even into our lives, into your home. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
You can't just be letting people in like that.
yeah,
That's why I don't like letting people into my home like that.
yeah, it's true still. But yeah, this is why I've been think. This is why it crosses my mind quite often.
Yeah.
The whole like finding a love and having a family and like having like
There is an
partners
excitement
and stuff.
around it, isn't there? And just like there is like a little want towards it when you're just like, well, I would like that. I can see all my friends have it. And they're
Yeah,
just like
bro. Yeah, bro.
pottering around.
I was
But
never
it's
really like
fine. You will, but you need to stop thinking about it. Don't try not to think about it every day.
I don't
If
think
if
I
you
don't think
are.
about it.
No, but I'm not saying that you are. I'm just like I don't know how many times you think about it, but try and reduce the thought.
I think it crosses my mind like 3, 4 times a week. So it's like half of my week. It might just like pop in my mind, but I don't think about it the entire day though. Don't get me wrong.
No, it just
Like
pops in.
on a Monday, it might pop in for like the bus journey to work, and I might just be like, and then just like going over thoughts about it, and that's it.
Hmm.
Yeah, Tuesday I might not think about it, Wednesday I might not, and then Thursday it's like, for like another 20 minutes. Friday it's like evening, and I might be home from work just chilling. I'm just like, because you know what I mean. It's in moments when you're
Yeah.
probably at your most loneliest, thinking like it would be nice to be with someone right now. So if I
Mate,
keep busy
winter
quite
just
a lot.
makes you feel like that,
Yeah,
regardless.
that's true. Still. Yeah, it's true. Still, that's true.
Like winter just makes you feel. I should be having a sneaky link right now.
Yeah, facts.
You shouldn't.
That's facts, though.
Hug your fucking pillow.
I do, bro. I hug feel nice when he runs away. Literally. But yeah,
He doesn't run away from me.
he's just like, leave me alone, bro. I don't swing that way.
But anyway,
No, you shouldn't.
naturally, yeah, just like, I mean, yeah, don't let it sit there for too long in your mind, but As long as you're, do you know what it is as well? As long as you're not feeling envious or jealous of
Oh
your
no,
friends
no.
having that, you're fine.
No,
There's people out there that like are so envious, and that is
yeah.
such a waste of energy. You being envious of someone.
No, I've made my choice. I very much know that right now. I'm cool with what I'm doing, which is focusing on me, focusing on the pod, like focusing on getting my own shit straight first before
And
I'm
this
even
is the
thinking
thing, like
about letting anyone
everything else will
involved.
just flow once
Yeah,
you've
man.
got your own shit together
This is it,
to
bro.
your degree.
Yeah, this is it,
Do
man.
you know what I
I
mean?
had this convo with my boss and my colleague the other day that like, because they were like to me again, just the whole thing about relationships, and they were like, "Do you reckon you'll have one anytime soon or whatever?" And I said to them, "Look, like I think for me, the ship has sailed of like that childhood sweetheart, that childhood love, or like the person that meets you whilst you're still young, and the person that's gonna be there whilst you're building through the mud and see you through the whole entire process, so that they can be also at the end of the line with you to celebrate with you. And I think that ship sails for me, bro. Like man's 26. I live in the real world. Like I have to work now. I have to maintain myself now. I gotta be on my shit now. Like I'm not a kid living at home still figuring it out. Do you get it? I have to be figuring it out
Yeah.
now, bro. So I think to myself about relationships too, and I do think that like even if I did end up finding a person that was my true love or whatever it is, that if they're not willing to put up with me whilst I'm going through this whole period of me building and figuring shit out now, then I'm cool with just being by myself and figuring it out, because once I have stuff a little bit more organized and in tune, and I can better provide for myself and for other people, and maybe like not just provide financially and like security in terms of home, but also just like mentally, bro. The things that I've learned in my life and like what I can pass on to my kids, and also the people that are around me, like my community, my most intimate
And
circle and stuff like that. Like,
yeah, and this is the thing, like through all of this, you'll realize like kind of what you want out of a partner.
do you get it? Do you get it?
So
So
it's
I'm cool.
like
I'm chilling,
you
bro.
have to, yeah, same.
Yeah, I'm chilling, bro. That's why I'm not envious of my
Same.
friends and that, because even though they might have it that way, I understand why I am
Yeah,
in my position now. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And I'm
uh,
okay with it.
yeah. This is the thing. Like, this is why, like, after my relationship, I really just took the time to just be by myself.
Mm,
Um, like I didn't just go like straight away and get on the apps and start fucking people.
yeah,
Do you know what I mean? Like, great if people are in like that do that. Cool, you know. Like, I'm
yeah,
not gonna say, you know, but I feel like understanding a long relationship and understanding where it went wrong on your part, their part, and the whole thing itself, just trying to understand it and get through it is like the best way you'll start understanding what you don't want in a partner and
yeah.
what you need for yourself, because everyone has needs.
Mm,
um and you'll understand people's, like, my love language is physical touch. Like, I love someone being tactile with me, and like, not PDA, but like just, you
mm,
know, when and where, but like just showing a bit of like, you know, when you're out with your friends and you just get a little, or
mm.
they're just like to you and you're just like, they know I'm here.
That's good.
But it's, you know,
Still ain't
that's the
disappeared,
kind
you
of
know.
love that I love. And like, I love being silly. I love like someone like being playful with me and not taking life so fucking seriously. And like, if I start doing stupid shit, they can match the energy. Do you know what I
Yeah, I
mean?
hope so.
You know, so I didn't have that. So it's, you know, it's those kind of things that like you realize, no, actually, this is what we're talking about stages. Like, no, actually, that is what I want. I've wanted that for ages, and now I'm done with having someone that like is not
Yeah,
like
on
that,
that
and
still.
I'm not gonna do it again
Facts.
because I actually can't do it again. I can't do it again. I can't put myself through something that like really and truly I know is not aligning. I know it's not aligning, and I'm sitting there like a pillock, just like taking it. When deep down, I can feel it that it's not aligning.
You got to start now. Now you got to start listening to your own advice.
Shut up.
That's funny. But I hear it though, man. I do hear it still.
Yeah.
It's hard. No, don't get me wrong. Mate, like committing to your own advice is fucking difficult, though, man.
No, but it's not even just that. It's like it's hard if you've met someone and they are really nice. If something isn't right or like there's something, and then you're like,
A smart man once told me that if it's not a yes, it's a no, fam.
I hate that man.
But it's so true.
So true.
So true. But yeah, how have you been feeling this entire week? What's something
I'm so
that's
tired.
What's something?
And I'm sick.
Yeah, I'm a bit ill too. What's something this week that you have?
And I knew you were gonna get ill. You could feel it.
Nasty. But yeah, what's something this week that you have been proud of?
Oh, interesting.
And then what's something this week that you have not been proud of? That's jokes, that face of it. And
only Juancho knows. I
can't
say that out
loud. We can pick something else. So.
Something that I'm proud of is
Big or small.
I got a new job. It's around the corner, and it's at a gym.
How do you feel about that? Besides proud.
Yeah, I'm happy that I'm just like around the corner from my house, and I'm not spending money on travel. And I'm still, and at least like I'm still on the train of like I'm still applying for jobs. Do you know what I mean? So if they're watching,
that's jokes.
But yeah, I'm proud that I just got another job.
Cool.
And I left the other one, which was nice. But I'm gonna miss them, and I actually got a text message. Oh God, I have to message him actually.
Who?
Lou. Do you know Lou?
Does he work next door?
Guy. No, he's mail order. White guy.
No.
Pretty tall.
Might be new still.
Maybe.
Yeah.
He's really funny. He's so jokes. I love him to bits. Yeah, and he's such a great person. He took my number, and like, because every time he would come downstairs, we'd just do accents.
Oh, okay, fair.
So he's really like, he's just like he can match my energy. Yeah, he's so cool.
That's good stuff. But yeah, go on. So then, how do you feel about the new job? You said you feel happy that it's around the corner. Blessed that you can get some more income. Yeah, he's finally used it. And
he's cold.
You're also pretty pleased that you're on a roll of applying for more jobs.
Yeah.
So we're incredibly distracted right now because Jazz bought a house with a cat, and how long have you had the house in there for?
Probably like a month.
No, less, bro. Like 2 weeks.
3 weeks.
We can say 3.
Yeah.
First time he's used it properly still.
Is he lying down? Is he still sitting up?
No, he's lying down. He's like half lying down.
Yeah. I think he's cold. I'm a bit cold. Are you cold?
No, I'm chilling.
A bit cold. But I could see him there. Like, he was proper, like, trying to... So I think he's cold.
Oh, no, he's laying down.
Because, to be fair, I should have got the bed that, like, you can heat up. Because you kept saying no. And I was like, I mean, we should get it because you can heat up the bed itself. And he loves heat. I always leave my heated blanket on, and he laid there all day today.
Do you know what I might have to do? Get like a small blanket, fold it up, and put it in there so that you can also just kind of be a bit more cozy. Because right now you
I
just
was oh yeah, I've got the grey one
the little
that I
one.
usually give him.
Yeah, I reckon we can fold it up and put that in there, and then you can just kind of like start accommodating that to how he likes it. But he's laying down though. He's literally sleeping still. Yeah.
If only he would sleep there, but it's fine. Um, sorry.
So,
The thing that I'm not proud of this week is probably just getting into my head still a little bit too much about like past relationship.
why are you not proud of that?
Because I just want to leave it to bed now.
What do you feel like is what do you feel is
I
not
can't let
allowing
go
you?
of certain
Yeah.
things she said to me.
Do you feel like that's what keeps you thinking about it?
Yeah, a little bit.
What stops you from being able to let go?
Um, I don't know. I'm gonna get emotional now. Fuck.
So
I don't want to, but I just feel like I think this is why like I keep apologizing to people, and I find myself bloody hell. It's because I'm coming on as well, but I find myself. I find myself. I even found myself talking to um um who was it, like my Frank, my like Tracy's husband, his
My
friends.
Tracy's husband.
It is
Yeah.
Frank Tracy's husband.
My Tracy's husband.
No, I didn't. I said Frank
That
Tracy's
doesn't matter.
husband.
Get
Oh,
emotional quick one.
and I was talking to his friends, and I can't talk to people the way that I used to. Like I can't talk to strangers the way that I used to because I found myself looking up a little bit, looking left. Like I'm talking, but like the words aren't coming out properly, and I stutter a lot, and my social anxiety just still is still there. And even though I think I got it a little bit from COVID, but I don't think I did because I was still seeing quite a lot of people. So I feel like I felt I felt like God that, and also, and I keep doing this, like I switch too much, and but also my when I was at the baby shower, we were doing speeches, and Jasmine 3.5 years ago would have got up on that fucking microphone and started blurting out everything, and I couldn't, and so I wrote my speech in her card
So that she could read it.
so she can read it. And I apologized to her today because I was like, I'm sorry that I'm not the way that I used to be. And she was like, no, Jazz, don't worry. Like, you made me cry with this speech anyway. So I'm glad that you still wrote it in the card. But, like, I used to just I didn't care what anyone thought. And for some reason, now, like, I guess getting older, you do feel like that. But also, like, from going through a lot and dealing with a lot and feeling confused half the time and stuff like that, like I naturally just ended up being like a massive shell of a person. And so that's who I'm trying to find.
Thanks for sharing.
No,
You're all good, bro.
I know. I'm fine. I'm fucking fine. I'm always fine. And everyone will know this about me. Like, they'll always be like, Jazz is always fine.
Do you feel like if you was to go back to being the I don't give a shit what people say about me, I'ma just do me,
Yeah.
period, is where you wanna be, or do you look at that and think to yourself, that was a better time than what is now, and that's why you look back at it and think, fuck, like and you still be
Yeah.
so much better.
Yeah, to some degree, but like you'll never be the person you were yesterday. So that's like something I always have to come to terms with. But I also think that um I'll I will be a better version of what I was. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I'll
Sick,
because you'll
sick, sick,
always be a better version of yourself.
sick.
So I know what's to come will be better, and I will be better, and
Nice.
I will try to be better.
I will be better.
I will be better.
I will be better. Yeah, no, I hear
Yeah,
it still. I can't lie, I think that's a sick way to put it though. I think
yeah,
that's a
that's
nice
the
way
only
to remind
way.
yourself that that shit's just
Just
temporary, you know?
yeah,
And
it's
that it's
hard
always
though
like,
because
yeah,
I'm
fuck different.
yeah I find it hard to let go of things, but yeah, no, you have to think that way.
No, I hear it still.
You have to, yeah. But that's you know what, it's a common thought in my head, like the thought of my partner and stuff. That also, you know, on my part, like you know what I did in the relationship that wasn't great. So you know, everyone's probably thinking, oh, like she's sitting at home, like putting the blame. No. Like, I will never put the blame on the other person. I'll put all the blame on me and where it needs to be. Because I'm not the kind of person that points the finger. I'll sit in my own
Do you
accountability.
feel like you feel like you still wear the weight of what you did in that relationship?
Yeah.
Why?
Um, because it was wrong.
But you're not there no more.
Yeah, I think I just have to forgive myself then a little bit more. But it's because, like, a lot of blame got put on me instead of the other person saying like, oh, I'm going to take accountability, that was wrong of me. I was always saying, if I did something wrong, like what I say to you, if I do something wrong and I feel like I've done something wrong, I'm going to say sorry,
Yeah.
and I'm going to mean it. The other person didn't, you know, I had to say sorry.
Yeah.
Like, I shouldn't have to do that to an adult.
You
So
never got to apologize. Not even embarrassing. Let's not even put it that way. But you never got a chance to speak to your ex properly
not afterwards. No.
after, innit?
No. No. I'm happy about that. No.
Are you?
Yeah. I don't think there's anything more that we need to discuss. The only thing I'd probably say is sorry.
And even
Sorry for my part that I played. I didn't like fake anything. I was head over fucking heels with this woman in the end of it when I really look back. But I'll never say like I'll never just keep putting the blame on her though, because we both played a part. But I'm sorry for my part that I played, yeah. But that's it. That's where it stops.
because
It's overrated. You don't need closure. You don't have to talk to them again. I would think that in some other life form, maybe. But when I see certain things, and I'm also not stupid, but I get put as that, I can see the level of what's going on here. And this is something we'll take out of, we'll speak about out of the podcast, but yeah.
I can't lie though. I
Well,
might
you
I
think,
might have to disagree with you on that one, fam. I think
oh, you would talk to your ex?
fucking yeah, I definitely would still. I think not getting closure and not being able to maybe not successfully, but not yeah, actually not successfully, definitely. Not
What
being
do you
able
mean
to
success?
successfully hash things out
Right.
with the individual can be a negative.
I think,
I only say that because of personal experience.
but I think from what you know
But I also say
about
that
my
because of
experience.
logic and reason. Like, yeah, like your experience is a bit different, isn't it?
Yeah, I
Like,
wouldn't.
you wasn't the the villain in the story, pretty much. Like, even though you did villainous things, like you only did it because you just kind of like you cornered just how you kind of felt and like all that sort of stuff. Um, and like for me, it was a bit different. I was very much the villain. Like, I very much did the cornering. I very much did like, do you know what I'm saying? And even though, but here's the funny thing though, that even though you felt cornered, like whilst I was doing the cornering, I very much felt cornered too. I very much felt as though,
You know, I think out of both of our relationships, we can definitely say that this was one of our toxic ones.
yeah,
But I feel like it's always a back and forth thing. Like you weren't just the villain, you both were. And that's what we
yeah,
both were.
yeah.
And that's what happens in like those kind of relationships. Does that make sense?
But I think, yeah, no, I appreciate what
You
you're saying.
end up, you both, and I'm not trying to take away from like, don't talk to her if you want to. That, of course, that's like, that's really up to you. For me, I don't think there's anything to say other than sorry.
Yeah, this is it though. Like, I think the only reason
But
why I do it is for that still.
yeah,
And the reason why is because I think, like, how many times have
it's
you
gonna
not?
be a long podcast.
Yeah, it is. But how many times have you not made a mistake, for example, and being able to apologize for your mistake, like, allows you to kind of take the weight off of everything that you
I
just
think
done.
because like I tried
Especially if
for a
you
week to be
understand
good, and then and then another week, and then I fell again,
with
and I
your
did it
ex.
again. Yeah, and I did it
Yeah,
again. So I was
but
like,
see,
oh shit, I'm
it's I
sorry
think
again.
that's different though. So like, what I mean by being able to apologize to someone and take the weight off is, um, let's say for example, I've linked you today. Yeah, we've gone out for a coffee, and then I have rushed you to leave the coffee shop because we was gonna miss our train, and then making you rush and leave. You've left your book behind, and now you're pissed because you left your book, and now you can't get it back. And obviously, like, let's just say for example, like I go home like on that
Or
same day,
the
I haven't apologized or
the
whatever it is.
or the should we tell them the cup, the mug story?
Brother. Actually, you know what, yeah? This is probably an even better story to tell to make it even better. Alright, cool.
Can you
So
go get the mug?
let's say no, get the mug after. Let's say the instance of your mug, yeah? Bro, you bought your mug.
No,
At the
I was
charity-
feeling shit that day. Start from the beginning.
Right, you was feeling poo that day. We've gone out to charity shops. You bought your mug.
I found a mug, and I was like, oh my god, this has made my day.
Oh, right, okay,
It's
yeah.
a
Lit mug.
50p mug from a charity
Little
shop.
Snoopy thing. I can't lie, it was hard still.
Yeah,
And
it's still with us.
yeah, and look, like you've like, yeah, literally, you've had a shit day. You've gone charity shops. You found a mug. It's made your day. You bought it. We've gone Lidl. I'm carrying a mug, and I've cracked the handle, bro.
No, you're. Listen, this guy, we were in Lidl, and he was like, it was a very light bag, so it was just swooshing from side to side. And I had thought that he had wrapped my mug in the shirt that he bought, but he didn't. So, all we heard was like, ding!
Yeah, literally.
And I was like, Juancho. And you were
I
like,
knew straight away.
ah. And
I
I was like,
looked.
I'm sure it's fine. I think it just dinged.
No, I knew straight.
And then we looked, and I was like, Juancho!
Yeah, literally,
And I was like, no! I was like, the mug that I've literally just bought. I was so happy today. And now I feel shit again.
that's joke.
I was like, when we get home, you're gluing it together.
But here's the point that I was gonna make. Yeah,
It's
is that
still
like,
with us.
bro? But this is exactly it. Like I've been able to look. I came home, and I apologized, and I held myself accountable, held myself responsible, however to do it, and I fixed my wrong, fam. What did I do? I glued the handle back onto the mug, and now the mug looks spick and
If
span,
I didn't
fam.
say that, would you have done it though?
Well, glued it. Yeah, I would have
Oh
tried for a
yeah,
bit.
okay,
I would have asked you for super glue because
okay, okay.
literally just put it back on.
Ping, ping, ping.
But the point I'm trying to make here is that like in being able to apologize to you, whether that is through
Yeah.
action or through word,
Mm.
like instantly, as soon as the handle's back on the mug and you can pick up the mug from the handle again, the weight comes off of my shoulders because it's like, oh, you got your thing back, or like, you see, it wasn't that bad in the end, or like, look, like, you know, you and I can come to like an agreement to settle our disagreement. Do you get what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, you feel very much at peace. And don't get me wrong, I think for a relationship to do something like that, especially after years of battering each other, it's not gonna happen overnight.
No,
It's a
no, I know.
process.
It
And
is a
that's
process.
why for the
But
longest time I felt like you where I didn't want to do it.
yeah,
But I feel like I've gotten at the end of my process, so I've understood a lot of things, and now I'm
yeah,
kind of like, yo, the way I acted was not okay, you know, and I think that
yeah.
person deserves an apology for the
No, but
same
that's
way.
why I would apologize for like my reactiveness and the way that I went about certain things because I think in that instance, what she would have done was like probably been like, it's just a mug, like just chill out.
Yeah, but it's the
Um,
analogy though, isn't it? Like I was
but
able
it,
to.
but I think, but I think, let's say, if it was, let's say, a book and you left it, I think, that's why, to be fair, what I took from the relationship and from her as well, in the good sense, like, she was not reactive like that. Like, she would be like, okay, cool. Um, like, what's the solution for it, kind of thing.
Yeah, but it's
And
just it's more so the analogy though, isn't it?
and
It's being
it's,
able to get closure from. It's being able to get that weight off
yeah,
your shoulder though, isn't it?
yeah.
It's not more so about like the specifics. It's just kind of like
Oh
it's
yeah.
just kind of like, bro, the same way I was able to apologize to you and fix your mug, like what that did for me was take the weight off my shoulders of having to like tiptoe around you maybe, or like still figure out whether you're angry or not, or like I don't know, that kind of thing. Just
Imagine,
in general, bro. In general, you
imagine
get what I'm
just
trying to
like you
say.
just
But
go.
like, it's a weight that I take off and I don't have to wear no more, innit? And I think
Yeah,
part of the reason why we still carry that weight after a relationship, and even though you think you get closure by not getting closure, you don't really, is because you still carry that weight around with you, fam. And until you're actually able to like apologize and make amends to the person that you really did just kind of like tear apart, then I don't know, man. I think closure isn't overrated still. I don't think it is, bro.
to a certain degree, like there's certain things you just don't need to talk to your ex about. Do you know what I mean? To a certain degree. But yeah, in terms of these instances, I'd say, yeah, you can say sorry.
Do you know what I mean? Like I feel
Yeah,
like, bro. I feel like also. Do you not think, yeah, if your ex was to turn around and
she would never.
I know you say that, I know you do, bro. But let's just factor that out. If your ex was to turn around and really sincerely apologize and make amends for all the things that she put you through, do you not think that that would also like take a little weight off of your shoulders too? Do you not also think that like maybe you can
Yeah,
it
it
will help you be
probably
like, oh,
would.
like, you know what? I appreciate that, bro. And you know what?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah. Oh yeah, yeah,
Maybe not like fucking be friends with them again and like speak to them and like
yeah,
hold
yeah,
conversation with them all the time and hold court with them always, but be like, you know what? Like I can't ever look past what you did, but the fact that you like came and apologized to me and like admitted to all these things, I fucking appreciate that, bro. And like that in itself is closure. And you don't ever have to speak to them again, but boy, do you feel so much lighter.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, yeah. I think in that instance, yeah, like that would be nice.
Do you get it,
But
fam?
I
So
think like, yeah. I mean, for now, like I just wouldn't want to get into like any altercations or anything. That's why I
mm,
haven't really apologized. But the only thing I would say is I'm sorry that the part that I played. Um, and I've always said like I wish her well.
yeah, for sure, bro.
I never wish bad upon anyone. No one deserves that. You're all human. We all do make mistakes, and we're all, and I've I think I've forgiven a part of it, the part of the relationship breakup. I don't know, but I've forgiven part of it. So yeah,
fair.
I'm on a good journey, man.
It's good, man.
To self-discovery and fucking drugs. No, I'm joking. No, and healing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
I never knew that that to forgive someone and to forgive someone properly for everything that they done.
Starts with you.
Yeah, bro. I had to forgive myself first. I don't know that, bro. I found that concept so weird, but when it finally made sense to me, I was just like, whoa.
Yeah, and I'm finding it hard to forgive myself. That's why I think about it a lot. But I do forgive myself in certain aspects because I was just the partner A, basically, just wanting something and just wasn't getting it. So,
Yeah, facts.
and should have ended a bit earlier, but it didn't. But I'm glad that I experienced it as well. And I know that, like, this is why I say everyone's always like, oh, Jazz, like, stop blaming yourself, stop doing this. Like, no, like, I know the part that only me and her know the part that we both played. I mean, I hope she knows. I don't know. I can only just hypothetically think.
Nah, she knows, bro. Whether she accepts it or denies it.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. But you know, and I'll forgive. Like, it's normal because we all played a part and it wasn't right, and we're all human.
So it just kind of is what it is. Isn't it?
Yeah, and you kind of just can't. You know, I don't want to be like, oh, she's a cunt, she's a dick, but
She's not, man.
she's not. She's human.
It's true, so.
Human that wasn't supposed to be with this human, so it's fine. It's okay. We push through and heal and get to the better version of ourselves.
What else has been like
No, how are you feeling this week?
How am I feeling?
I feel like I've just spoken a lot and I've cried, so I'm gonna be quiet.
I'm just crying out now.
No, don't cry.
No,
Don't cry. This is gonna be about 4 hours long.
No, it's cool still. It's cool. If the check-in's got to be that long, it's got to be that long.
Oh, said I wasn't gonna talk about my ex.
Nah, it's cool, man. I can't lie. These are things that you got to speak about too, bro. Look at me, bro. I'm almost like a year and a half, 2 years, like out, bro. That's still end up somehow chatting to people about it or like speaking to you about it because a lot of these experiences are still relevant to me, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like as well when you moved in, you probably realised a lot more
Yeah. Facts.
from our chats, and you sort of just kind of like a light bulb moment in your head.
Yeah, bro. But yeah, how have I been? How have I been this week?
Other than feeling sick.
Good. I can't lie. I think I am at the point where I am now just trying and figuring out what works.
Yeah.
Routine wise, schedule wise, productivity wise, and like that stuff. But I think to go into my emotions or just thoughts or just whatever, there has been a reoccurring thought that I've been thinking about recently still, and I can't put a finger on it, but I feel like right now I'm probably getting a bit too carried away with smoking again. And when that tends to happen, it's because I'm either having too much fun or there's something that I need to think about or just kind of sit in and learn. And
smoking.
Cannabis.
Oh, cannabis.
Yeah. Not even smoking since. Yeah, I ain't been smoking cigs. That I've really cut down this year. Like I said to myself I'd stop, but then I realized that stopping after going like 6, 7 cigs a day, bro, in one go, it's insanity. So I've kept it like to a minimum, and I think in this whole first month, I can count on one hand how many cigs I smoke. So for me, that's a win.
Yeah, good. Yay.
But yeah, I've been smoking weed like quite a lot still.
So
Like
that's one of your achievements.
yeah. So I don't
Okay.
know whether that's because I'm now.
Are you trying to escape something?
Yes, this is the thing. I don't know whether it's because I'm trying to overcompensate for the fact that I've stopped smoking cigs, but I don't think it's that.
Okay.
Am I trying to escape something? I don't know. I've asked myself that question, but then I asked
Wow.
myself what, and I don't know.
Is there a thought that you're trying to escape?
This is it. I don't. I
Yeah.
don't have a thought that I'm trying to escape. I think the reason why I'm doing it is because I'm kind of scared that like things are gonna start changing now.
If you're not in control of things.
Yeah. So like,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong.
That's
Like,
fine.
I'm very much, yeah, very much like enjoying the process of now, like really letting go,
Yeah.
and just rather than doing and expecting an outcome, it's like I'm just gonna do and see what happens. And I think,
You have to keep your standards always high and your expectations low.
yeah.
Because then you'll never feel
Yeah.
disappointed.
This is it.
You'll avoid disappointment at all
Ooh,
costs.
this is it. Still. Standards high, expectations low.
Yeah. Expectations as low as the fucking ground, mate. Then you won't ever get hurt, disappointed, or nothing like that. Because you won't be expecting something
Yeah.
from anything.
Yeah.
It will just come and then you'll be like, oh, cool, okay.
I think yeah. So I think this is what it might be. Still,
Yeah.
I think I'm at the point now where
But I know that it's hard keeping your expectations low.
yeah, bro. Now I'm at the point where like this is all becoming very real.
Yeah.
As in just the life that I'm living.
Yeah.
I've decided to come back on socials.
Yeah.
Decided to like push the podcast, and now I've actually made the commitment of taking this shit serious.
Yeah.
So I
But
think
well done to you for doing that.
yeah,
It's amazing. Another win.
literally. But no, I don't mean it in that sense. Like I mean it in the sense of like the thought of now that being my reality
You're scared.
is scary, bro.
Yeah.
Because I've never actually like pursued anything that is me and me only. I've never done a
Right.
project and followed it through. I've
Right.
never had my own thing
Yeah.
and just like committed to it.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's kind of scary is not knowing what the outcome is. Because for some reason I still find myself expecting certain things.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? And
Yeah.
as
Give me an
humbling
example of what kind of expectation you were looking at for.
what I was looking for, I think jumping back on socials, I was kind of expecting almost an immediate like response and growth to the podcast.
No, it doesn't happen.
Yeah, do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like
I thought it was that, but I wanted you to say it out loud.
yeah, do you know what I'm saying? So I
Yeah.
thought, and I think that like having that as a humble reminder was quite scary because what
Yeah.
it's showing me is that like you can do all these things that you think you can do or it's gonna work or like you're gonna get something
Yeah.
out of, but like bro, like the outcome is really not in your hands. It's
No,
really not
it's
in your
not.
control. It's really not in your like thing in it. So I think the smoking's been that still.
Yeah. Yeah. But
It's
that's fine.
it's been that still.
But I honestly think that you should hashtag stay planted.
That's true.
The only way you're going to grow is through hashtags.
No, I spoke to my boy, my boy who
Does he
actually
know?
like, yeah, hashtags is finished.
Ah,
Yeah.
I never knew. What is it? Why?
Because now it's just kind of like about keywords and algorithms.
Okay, cool.
So as long as you're like putting in keywords and like captions and you're kind of matching what the algorithm wants, which I'm assuming is like consistent posts and shit like that, you're good. But yeah, hashtag kind of, no. Because everything's kind of just like,
Wow.
yeah, everything is
What,
very
just died
much,
off?
yeah, different now. But yeah, I can't lie, I think that's what I've been kind of struggling to cope with.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
think it's
And
that.
that's normal. That's normal for you to do that, especially when you haven't been on socials for a long time, and then you have this project, and you're like, you just want everyone to see it and be like, you're so excited, and then it's kind of like an anticlimax in a way.
Yeah.
But know that you're doing the right thing within yourself as well. And again, like, just keep doing it. Just keep going. Don't look at the views. Don't look at anything else. Just keep going and keep going. And naturally, it will flow. It will just come.
I can't lie. I think
Just water where you need to water, and it will grow.
I think one big thing that I had to remember, and I think remember more so, remember in a way that was more than just mental.
Yeah.
Was why I was doing a podcast.
Exactly. Never lose that, because a lot of people just end up losing it and just think about money.
Yeah, man, and I think
and fame and fortune.
almost fairly quickly,
And that's
I
another
started
big
thinking
joy.
about outcomes. Yeah, bro.
But your outcomes should be
Just producing the podcast. That's
no,
it.
your outcome should be, I want this to reach people so they understand
Yeah,
you.
yeah. But the thing is,
the
it's
importance of
it's
like
that that's
what you're
making me
talking
it's that that's making me smoke too much though. It's the whole like I want to outreach people. I want this to like I don't know
Yeah,
like
but
get
you
out
want to
there.
have, yeah, but you're looking at it more. Are you looking at it more from? Are you looking at it more from like, I want there to be this like massive topic that's gonna
No,
shock
no,
the
no, no, no,
earth?
no, no, no,
Oh,
no, no, no.
okay.
I'm thinking more so as in like, let's say before I went on socials, I had like 40 subscribers. Now that I've been on socials for like a month or two, I'm only on like 50 or 60. I would have thought maybe that number would have looked a bit more like 100, 150. Do you get it? So it's more so kind of just like those little things. And then also like on social media, I didn't expect anything from social media just because I don't think I know anything about it. Not too savvy about it. Like I don't know how posting certain shorts work or like how like matching the algorithm to benefit you works and that sort of
You
stuff.
have to post at certain times.
Yeah, this is it. Like I don't really know anything about any of these sort of things, so like I couldn't have expected anything from social media. But like my point is that
But you're really
coming
good
back
at
on
this
though,
stuff.
the expectation was that maybe going from like 30 to 100 subs, going from like I don't know like 50 views on average to like 150, 200 views on average. Like just little things like this, like small increments, but like I would have thought by now that's where I would have been.
Right.
So that's I think like affecting me just kind of mentally and physically, and it's taken away from where I started this in the beginning. So when I say I needed more than just a mental reminder, it's being able to see these things, like start to digest them and feel the emotions that I have to feel, and then be able to sit here and like speak it to you, because that's a physical reminder still. I can't lie. But I think it's just those expectations. So it's true still. Standing high expectations, no.
But it's not to think that way, because like it's the excitement.
Yeah,
You get lost in
It's
the
that
excitement.
It's that too.
But you know, always give grace to yourself. Like, you've got a project, you're doing really well, you've got views. At least you've got views.
It's nice to see people watching though.
Yeah,
like, I still get the message.
And you've got people interacting.
Nice. Yeah.
So that's like the main parts that you need to think about. As long as you're getting interactions, and I think the one thing that you should do is that if you wanted to, just interact with your audience a little bit more and put a story up and be like, so what would you like to hear in the next one? You know, ask questions and stuff. The more you do that, the more views you will get, the more people will interact with you, and engagement is key.
Yeah, it's true.
So there's other ways to like prompt.
Yeah, for sure. Just gotta start being a bit more adventurous with that stuff.
Yeah, and also like, you know, maybe do like short versions, like just an hour long, like, or 30 minutes. Yeah, for people that like, I don't know, just need something quick. But in terms of posting, lunchtime's a good time to post.
Yeah, I thought.
My friend actually sent me this thing of like, when's a good time to post, so I'll send it to you.
Cool. Sounds good.
Help you.
But yeah, man, that's my week in a nutshell still.
That's nice. But you have so many wins.
Yeah, a few.
You do. You went back on socials.
Oh no, but that was months now.
Yeah, but it's come on.
My wins this week have been good though. My wins this
Yeah.
week have been like the first one off the top of my head is the engagement party.
Mm-hmm.
Lit, fam. Had a good time. Such a good time.
Yay! And you look so cute.
It was nice.
Cute.
Everyone looked good to be fair. Everyone looked good. That's a big win. I think being able to celebrate that with like friends, that are cool family. So
Yeah, they're such a cool bunch.
yeah, they're probably
You have really lovely friends.
I think another win was Friday when I woke up late for work and my boss was like, "Bro, it's cool, man. Take the day off, no qualms." I was like, "Yes, win." Because you know, like sometimes you wake up, you just stressed. Like I don't know about you, but if you've ever woken up whilst your shift has already started,
Yeah, and anxious Annie over here.
you
Yeah.
wake up discombobulated. You don't know where you
Yeah.
are, bro.
Yeah.
You don't know where you are.
No, you don't. But you're in your home and you're safe.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
you
yeah.
just don't
That,
feel
yeah,
like you're
yeah,
there.
yeah.
Because you're like, I should have been somewhere else by now. But
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
still
yeah.
in
This
there.
is it. And as soon as my boss was like, "Bro, it's cool, man. You know, it's never happens to you. Plus the weather's shit. Plus you've already got an extra man. Like you're good, fam. Don't stress." I was like, I can chill. So that was a little win still. I can't lie. And then besides that, I think making it through to Monday, that's another win, isn't it? Yeah.
Always a win. And we woke up today.
Trust in many men. So yeah, man. That's my week in a nutshell.
You don't have any shit ones, do you?
Yeah, I did. I just told you the whole smoking.
Oh, the smoking part with it.
That's like the hardest
And that,
part.
ladies and gentlemen, was not listening to understand.
Listening to get through, not even to respond. But yeah, no, that's
yeah.
it. Still, that's it. It was just
Yeah.
like the hard parts of my week was thinking more so down those.
Yeah, yeah.
You get it. I think also, um,
Don't do it then.
yeah, no,
For a little while, just like reduce.
yeah. I think no, I think I'm gonna try to reduce a little bit,
Yeah, just reduce. Don't give yourself a
tiny
whole
bit.
turkey.
Yeah, I'll reduce a tiny bit, and then I also think just like having this conversation and being able to like fix your perspective again on where it needs to be kind of helps a lot. Nah, facts,
It's like
bro.
puts you back in
Yeah, yeah,
track.
yeah. Facts,
Yeah.
man. I didn't know what it was that was bugging me so much, but I think it's literally just the expectation thing that's been bugging me still.
It's funny, isn't it? When you say stuff out loud, even you can
Yeah.
figure your own shit out when you
This is why I
say
can
it
get
out
solo
loud.
episodes, bro. But yeah, it's true. You see.
Yeah, if I do a solo episode, I would be talking and then I'll continue having light bulb moments and I'll be like, oh, that's how it would be the whole time.
But it's sick though, because at the end of it, you think to yourself, damn, I need to sort this mess out still.
I am a mess.
And then
My
you start
life is a
messing
whole
it, and then you
mess.
start sorting it out. But I was a mess, fam. But I can't lie, I think articulating it regularly and being able to do that a lot has helped me like organize my thoughts quite well still. Quite well.
It's cool.
Yeah, man.
It is.
But yeah, but I think we call it there
I
then.
think we should call it there.
That's part of the furniture pretty much. Like,
Yeah, this is a little intro pilot.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
See how it goes pretty much, and then from there on forward, this is a weekly resident, fam. Weekly resident. But yeah, no, I think
Yeah,
you know what, I'm quite pleased with how
how much we spoke.
not just that, but how it's gone this time, you
How
know.
deep. Yeah, it was good.
I think third time lucky, you know, third time's a charm still.
We didn't do it the second time.
No, we did this.
This is the second time.
No, we did this 3 times.
No, we didn't.
The very first.
The very first one, we were on my bed. The bed was here.
Was it the very first one?
Yeah, and then we didn't do it last week because both of us were just shattered.
And then you started this week. Third time's a charm.
It's
The one that we didn't do still counts. But yeah, no, I'm pretty pleased, man, because this is actually what I wanted this to be still. I think it's so nice to be able to just sit down and talk about random shit but relevant, and then just go through our weeks together and
yeah.
figure out why certain things are the way they are, bro.
Boy, it's every day.
Yeah, man.
It's fine. We're gonna get through this. Just like Daniel Bedingfield said, I'm gonna get through this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get through this.
Literally.
You know.
Yeah, man. Same time next week.
Same time next week.
Sit down with my dad. Nice one.